Hi, I'm Jim Gordon.
I'm Lita Leapins.
And welcome to another edition of Our City Tonight.
Well, we're here on Pacific Yacht in Cole Harbour, which is part of the Pacific Yacht Charters Group.
And right, a beautiful day. This makes up for all the rain we
Almost.
get. Yeah, almost. It is a gorgeous day, as Lita said, but hey, let's get going with Our City Tonight.
This episode of Spirits Up is brought to you by Time Winery and Evolved Cellars. Cheers.
Cheers.
Well, we're here for Spirits Up, but we're downtown Vancouver, actually in a very hot street, Davie Street, at a place called Score that's very famous for their Caesars. Well, very interesting Caesars anyway. But we're here to drink wine.
We are,
right.
you know, because
What
it's
are we
all
having
wine.
first?
Well, so I'm excited to share this wine with you. You know, quite often our theme has been you're the first to taste some of our wines.
Oh.
So this one literally is right off of the bottling line. We just bottled it the other day. It'll be released mid-March. And this is our new Frizzante from Evolved Cellars. So it's 100% Gewürztraminer. And if you smell it, you'll notice it has this amazing lychee, pink grapefruit, some floral, almost a little bit of rose petal characteristic that's characteristic of Gewürztraminer.
So you're saying Frizzante. You need to explain that.
So yes, 3 different ways you can make sparkling wine. Traditional method, where it's fermented in the bottle, then you remove the yeast. It sits on the yeast for anywhere from 6 months to 10 years and has a more yeasty, bread doughy characteristic. Then we have our effervescence, which is coupe close or charmat or prosecco style. So that's where the secondary fermentation occurs in a pressurized tank and then gets bottled under pressure. And then we have our Frizzante style, which to maintain that aromatics, we want it very light and freshy and fruity. So it's got that aromatics, and we just add a little carbon dioxide to it. So it's injected with a little CO2.
You're making me think of summer.
Exactly,
Yes.
doesn't it?
And we ain't anywhere near that right now. Let me tell you. And we should say this is a brand new location for your wines and Evolved Cellars,
Yes, so
right?
here at Score, they serve a number of our wines, and we're excited to be available here at the restaurant.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Thank you. And we're the first ones to try this,
You
other than
are.
her brother. Oh, that's so good. That's summer
Doesn't
in a
it
glass.
taste like summer? So great with spicy food, right? Thai, Indian, great flavors. So
Very nice. Well, we'll be back as we always do with a couple more samples of what Crystal Lee's serving up later in the show.
Well, we're here downtown Vancouver at Pacific Centre at the brand new Root store, but there's something a little different here at this Root store. It's called an experience store, and we've got David to tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, we've seen retail transform from a place that just houses products that people buy to this declining traffic and a shift a little bit to online. Retail is now trying to create places that people come to more often, dwell a little bit longer. It's a tougher game. This is Root's attempt at that, and they're doing a pretty good job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and David, you of course are the expert who tracks retail trends, and we were talking a couple weeks ago, you and I, Lita, about how if you don't evolve, you die. And we've seen many examples of that in our country and in the States where legendary long-term places have just gone under because they're not adapting. Can you talk a little bit about what Roots is doing and what other places are doing to survive and evolve?
Yeah, and I love the way you put that because, retail is not dead.
Yeah.
It's truly evolving.
Yeah.
It's just a different experience is the word that's used a lot today.
It's a good word, yeah, experience, yeah.
And so where we see a lot of closures are really old school legacy retailers that have not learned how to adapt. And the adapted world is we do all our browsing. We don't do window shopping so much in stores
right, yeah,
anymore.
yeah.
We're doing all that online. So and mall traffic generally is same old, same old. So traffic's down. So how do we get people in? And that's the trend.
But malls, are people going into malls but then seeing stuff and then going home and doing it online? Like, depending on your age?
Do you know the research supports some of that, but that's not, they do that when the store offers nothing to them.
So what makes coming into the store so unique then?
Yeah, that's sort of what Roots is really working on here with this prototype store. They got a few of them. And there's a couple of features. One is you wouldn't spot, obviously, but the fixturing is highly flexible and mobile. So the idea here is they're going to change the configuration of the store on a pretty regular basis so it doesn't get stale to the shopper. Oh. There's also some unique features in the store. For example, they're doing some personalization of the leather work.
Oh, yeah.
That you can have done in the store.
Cool.
And in the prototype stores, if that works, they may start rolling it out more and more. But they're going to try and have features that are unique to the store and enable the store to morph over time.
Perfect.
Yeah, the leather thing is very cool from the store there. So. David, thank you. Really appreciate you coming on today and talking about retail trends. I know there's trends probably coming that people like Lita and I don't even realize yet that you're probably analyzing right now, but thank you for meeting with us today in this Roots store.
You're welcome.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Chris Buck.
And I'm Kira Isabella, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
Welcome back. We're here again at Score on Davie. If you're watching in the rest of the country, a very cool spot on a very cool street. That would be Davie Street, right in the middle of downtown Vancouver. Back with CL, and we're keen to try yet another one of your great wines.
Yes, so today now I brought our Time Winery 2016 Sauvignon Blanc. So we do a couple of different styles of Sauvignon Blanc across our portfolio, but this one is barrel fermented, so it's got a little bit of oak to it, but not overly oaked. You're not going to get the slivers from it. And you've got this amazing aromatics to it. So a little bit of that tropical fruit, a little bit of gooseberry, but if you generally drink a New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc, this is not that.
That is not.
So it's
and that's not a bad thing. This is a really different taste. I really like
different
this
style. This is Okanagan style, Southern Okanagan. Instead of having that grassy asparagus herbaceousness that quite often New Zealand Sauvignon Blancs will have, this is a little more tropical fruit, a little more round, a little more lush and rich.
Very nice. By the way, you kids watching at home, today's word is herbaceous.
So, speaking of herbaceous, what kind of food would you pair with?
This is pretty versatile because it's got that fruit, but it's got that oak too, right? So here, at Score, they had these amazing duck tacos, and this would be amazing. It's one of my favorite dishes.
They've got a great menu here, I have to say.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and very hip, relaxed vibe here at Great Place to Watch Sports. We're going to come back with a red that we're going to put beside their famous Caesar that has a topping like you've never seen before. That's all coming. We should say before we do though, it's available here as well.
It is.
It's okay. We're coming back with one more segment with the lovely and always talented Crystal.
Hi, I'm Harry McWaters from Time Winery, and you're watching Our City Tonight. Woo! Cheers.
Well, we're here in Port Coquitlam, which is just about 40 minutes outside of downtown Vancouver, and we are here for our Inside Business segment with the beautiful Roseanne.
Oh, thank you, Lita.
There is so much building going on in the Lower Mainland, as there is in a lot of the rest of the country. Can you talk to us a bit about what your company does?
We are an exterior cladding. So cladding.
Explain that.
Concrete siding, cladding, exterior facade. So what we do is we're one of the last trades. We come on site and we put the finishing product on. The lipstick, the makeup, if you will, the eyelashes. We make your house look gorgeous.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
and we've seen the products, and I've, of course, done a little bit of research on the products. But what would make somebody choose your cladding over some of the competition?
Right. Well, for one thing, our product has a built-in rain screen system of 10 millimeters. So that means that there's an airspace behind each tile, which is separately hung, and there will be no rot or mold or anything like that. So
Important in Vancouver, obviously.
Yeah, with the amount of rain. And because we're on the fault line, can you talk a bit about the earthquake possibility? God forbid, but it will come one day.
Right. So like I said, each tile is individually attached to the wall, and it's got a caulk in between each joint. So when the earth shakes, our product moves with the building.
Oh, fascinating.
So it will withstand quite a shake.
And I hear that it also withstands hail damage and UV damage. These are very, very upscale products.
Yes.
So you're getting really high quality.
Right.
That's awesome. So.
Very cool. And when you're dealing with people, because homes, Lena and I joked a couple weeks ago that homes are almost like people become children because it's such a big first buy, or you want to
Right.
upgrade or whatever. What is the main complaint that people have when they come to you?
I don't hear many complaints. I think the biggest thing they're more concerned about is, am I gonna spend my money properly? Am I gonna be, are we trustworthy? Can I give you a lump sum of money and are you gonna come back and finish the job? That's a big problem in construction.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
So we've been around almost 30 years. Wow. Started in Calgary, invented and made, and we have been here in Port Coquitlam for 12 of those years. Wonderful. So we're pretty reputable and you can trust us. And yes, we do 100% quality.
Well, there's some beautiful before and afters. We've seen even doing some, renos and upgrading people's homes. You do absolutely beautiful work.
And you don't just do it here in the Coquitlam area. You do it all over the Lower Mainland.
Yeah. Lower Mainland, a lot in Richmond, in Surrey. You can see us in all over, well, most provinces and some states. We've done jobs as well. So
very cool. Hey, this is your first time on TV, no?
No.
No? Oh, you did a great job.
On this show.
On our show. You'll be back on our show.
And you will be back.
You'll be back on our show.
We'll see more with Roseanne, more about building, more about just the market in Vancouver. So we're looking forward to those.
Yeah.
Thank you.
See, we're going to kind of go on the scene and see what Jarstone does coming up later this year on Our City Tonight. Thanks, Roseanne.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm actress Camille Sullivan, and you're watching Our City Tonight.
Well, we're here on beautiful Pacific Yacht in beautiful Cole Harbor. Just love it down here. And look at this gorgeous day that we actually have.
And for the rest of you in the country, it's still winter.
And then we've got Jim's film reviews.
That's right. Well, some good movies to pick, actually, starting with a very dark comedy, which I know you like, a movie called Gringo. Now, I tell you what, folks, great cast. Look at this cast. Charlize Theron, Joel Egerton, David Oyelowo, which you may remember playing Martin Luther King in Selma, Amanda Seyfried, and Fanny Newton. This movie all involves blackmail, shady business dealings, backstabbing, drug lords, secret mercenaries, and yes, it is funny. This movie gets an 8 out of 10.
Wonderful. So what's next? I hear you have a foreign film that you
We
want
do,
to share.
Lita. I thought this would maybe be nominated for Best Foreign Film. It wasn't. From Israel, a movie called Foxtrot. It's basically set up in 3 acts. And I don't want to give away much of it because it'll ruin the emotional element of it, but powerful performances about war and death and grief. And big thumbs up. I was surprised it didn't get nominated. There was some controversy about this film within Israel, but it gets an 8 out of 10 as well.
And another war movie.
Another war movie, Lita. Yeah, this one, World War I, set in the hopelessness of the trenches in the latter days of World War I. Great cast as well. Sam Claflin, who you may remember from a lot of movies lately. Paul Bettany, he's always great. Really enjoyed this film as well. It's grim. It also gets an 8 out of 10.
Excellent. And the last one, well, I can definitely remember this one, Jim.
That's right. Wow, Disney is back with their signature series, and this time it's Lady and the Tramp. This is one of, everybody seems to love this film. See it as a kid, right?
Yeah, totally was my favorite.
A fantastic
Especially the spaghetti theme.
The spaghetti thing, yeah, you can see a whole bunch of different things. You can watch the sing-along version. They've got all this background footage.
Wow.
Walt Disney, it's all there. Lady and the Tramp, look for it on Blu-ray, DVD.
No! Earth paper is surprisingly nutritious. Aliens ate my homework. I have aliens in my room.
And last is a DVD giveaway that we love to do on our show. Jim, what is that?
That's right. Well, courtesy of Universal Home Video and Home Entertainment, we've got this fantastic film for families. It's from the best-selling books, Alien Ate My Homework. We've got a bunch of copies to give away, so if you want to win one for you and your kids, what do you do?
Well, you don't have to be you can be a big kid, but you can email us at ourcitytonightgiveaway@gmail.com and just say, I want to win. I want to win.
Alien Ate My Homework.
Homework.
That's right. Good luck.
Hi, I'm Natalie Bolt. I play Penelope Blossom on Riverdale, and you're watching Our City Tonight. Cheers.
Well, we're here to check out a brand new luxury car on the market. It's Karma Automotive, and they are revealing their 2018 Revero. We're here in the Olympic Village district, and we're very excited to check out this brand new car.
Let's get inside, because you must be cold, because I am. Let's go. Well, this is going to be a big event tonight, Ali.
Yeah.
We're in here exclusively before the party gets going. We wanted to grab you early before things got going, and you're in demand. Can you talk about what a luxury vehicle like this coming to Vancouver means for this city?
Oh, I think part of the vehicle itself is just how exclusive it is. So I think people in Vancouver want something very exclusive, but at the same time, this car won a luxury car, electric car of the year. So that's number one. Number two, there's not going to be many of them here. And the fact that every single one of the components of the car is handmade. There's only one made for the world for the day, and just all
Are you serious? Really? Wow.
And just the woods, the paints, the fit and finish is all handcrafted and taken from different elements around the world. So I think people really like the fact that how unique it really is, and the fact that it is so rare. But when you see the car, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Which we're going to see a little later in this segment. Can you talk to our viewers out there across the country a little more in depth about the vehicle itself?
Well, the cool thing is it's a hybrid vehicle, but mainly electric. And it can go up to 80 kilometers on just electricity, but if the charge is dead, another 480 kilometers on the gas motor itself. But at the same time, it's extremely quiet. The efficiency is amazing, so very environmentally friendly, but also it's really fast too. So it looks really, really good, very eye-catching, and when people see it, people look.
Excellent. Listen, we appreciate you taking time. It's a big night for you, and I can't wait for this blanket, this curtain to come off this vehicle. So good luck tonight. I know we're going to be disappointed.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right.
Well, the party, of course, is now in full swing, Lita. We're really enjoying the scene here. Lots of folks here, a lot of excited people here.
And a lot of great food, and as Jim likes, an open bar.
Yes, and only a few minutes away from the unveiling of the cars, the main reason we are here tonight.
Yes?
Yeah, that's coming up next.
Well, this is a very exciting luxury brand, and your car just won 2018 Green Car of the Year. What does that mean to your brand?
It means that there's recognition in the marketplace that very established players are suddenly having a new competitor.
Wonderful. Well, that's great. You've done a beautiful job. It's a beautiful car. I got to see it at the Luxury Supercar Weekend, and I just fell in love completely, and I picked your brain there as well. But here's the thing. How is it different from your competitors in the same sort of range of car?
If you look at most of our competitors, they've been in the market for 100+ years. We've been in the market for 7 months.
Oh, wow.
So how do you do something that's different? Is building as few as you can get away with.
Oh.
So we're going to build one a day, make it very exclusive, and just build the brand. This is not about profit, this is about building brand.
Wonderful. And building a beautiful car and already winning awards. So,
Yes.
well, congratulations on your great car, and we're looking forward to seeing, well, not more of them, I guess the exclusive ones around town. So thanks.
Okay, thank you.
This health and wellness segment is brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals. He has been a naturopathic doctor in Richmond for nearly 30 years. He's an author. He appears on television. He's a columnist, and you can find his latest book on his website. The Doctor of the Future is here, and he is here with us. He's also a contributor, medical expert, contributor to Our City Tonight. I'm happy to be here with Dr. Raj Jita, and we're in your office today here in Richmond. For, you're on all the time, and every issue we talk about on our show is serious, but this one, as a guy, is particularly serious, and that is the prostate. Can you tell the men and women out there what exactly is the prostate and what is its function?
Okay, yeah, nice to be here, Jim.
Thank you.
So the prostate gland for men, it's a small walnut-shaped gland that's part of male reproductive health. And it's an important gland because it nurtures and nutrifies the reproductive system. And it's also a gland that can undergo changes as years go by, and it's a gland that needs to be prioritized as far as maintaining good optimal health.
And you were saying, I'm getting older, this is something I try to make a habit of doing, is that as you get to the 45, 50 age group, and how important it is for regular checkups.
That's right. So with the prostate gland above the age of 45 to 50, it has a natural propensity to get larger, or what we call benign prostatic hypertrophy, which is often what we consider a normal part of aging. However, as the prostate swells up, there's a tendency for it to affect normal prostate function, so urinary flow, higher risk for prostate infections, sexual function, and so on. But also, as a prostate swells up and as we age, there's the risk of prostate cancer. And prostate cancer for the prostate, obviously, is something that's a leading cause of mortality for men. And it's something that needs to be addressed. It can also be assessed quickly, efficiently, and if caught early, prostate cancer now is perfectly treatable.
Yeah, compared to say when my grandfather was my age, there have been great advances, but you got to get there early. That's the message we really want to convey today.
That's right.
And there are no surefire prevention treatments or anything, but you talk a lot about, as a naturopath, there are strategies that you can follow. Can you help us with that and explain that to our
Okay, no
viewers?
problem. So as a naturopathic physician, obviously I'm not a urologist, so our strategy for prostate health is to employ nutraceuticals, or naturally occurring plant substances, fruits and vegetables that aid in prostate health. So they can actually help to shrink the prostate, as we discussed earlier, so improve prostatic flow, reduce the risk of prostate infection, bladder function problems, sexual function. So these plant substances are common. For example, things such as pumpkin seed, avocados, soybean extracts. These are fruits, vegetables, and seeds that have been known to shrink the prostate. We use those in pill forms or capsulated products to help aid prostate health.
And so I think the message you want to convey, is, certainly I do today, is the regular checkups are paramount.
That's right.
In the prevention, number one rule, right?
Absolutely. So prostate health is important. It's a gland that's usually evaluated through the rectal area, so it's uncomfortable for men, but also very important to know that if you have a strong family history or above the age of 50, the regular exercises can be the difference between life or death for people, because, as I said earlier, evaluating the prostate early and efficiently can lead to treatments that can, the cure rate is phenomenal, 80-90%.
Yeah.
So without that regular evaluation, if prostate cancer spreads, the prognosis is a lot more bleak.
Well, regular checkups, everybody out there. And before we go, I should mention, we have you on all the time. You've been a practicing naturopathic doctor. You sit for 30 years now, and people can see you. Of course, they can get your book. They can see your columns. He does other TV shows. We don't like to say that, but we can't have him exclusive because he's that good. Just go to your website for all the information they can find on you.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been in Richmond for close to 30 years. I've written this book, so people can go to my website, get access to the content of the book, and help empower themselves to take charge of their health.
Always a pleasure, sir. Thanks for joining us, and thank you for your thoughts and expertise on this important subject matter.
This segment of Health and Wellness was brought to you by Viva Nutraceuticals.
Insozia is an effective sleep aid that can help you wake up in the morning feeling well rested. The traditional Chinese herbal medicine is patented and has been used for centuries to help relieve insomnia due to heart-blood deficiency. Insozia is made in Canada, formulated by doctors, and manufactured by experts with more than 20 years of experience. For more information, go to vivahealthsolutions.com.
Christian LeBlanc. I play stunningly handsome and sexy Michael Baldwin on The Young and the Restless. And I am watching Our City Tonight.
I did not approve of that script.
Not a word.
Beautiful.
Well, we're back here at Score on Davie, which is downtown Vancouver, on one of the hottest streets downtown Vancouver. And what do we have to drink in front of us?
So today we have now brought the Evolved Cellars Elevate Cabernet Shiraz. So Elevate is a series that we do that we don't do every year, and it's very small production. So we make only a maximum of 100 cases, and it's really just if we've got something that we're extremely excited about that's just a little bit different. So this particular blend is 75% Cabernet Sauvignon with 25% Shiraz, and I love this wine. It's just got this richness, this lusciousness. It's got some white pepper from the Shiraz, the blackberry, the plum. So it's velvety and luscious and rich and
perfect for a day like this.
Perfect on a
day we're feeling it's rainy and cold and gray. And nice evening with
kind of just feels like a warm blanket.
And is this like you've talked about your strong reds before? I mean, does this go perfectly with a big steak?
Yeah, of course with a steak, but the tannins are really soft. So tannins are the component that generally your tongue sticks to your mouth.
Right.
These are really rich and round but soft, so pretty versatile. It works really well with food but doesn't need it. You could just enjoy a glass of this.
Worth mentioning though, one of the signature things here at Score is their crazy Caesars.
Yes, look at
and that they put everything on, and that's one of the smaller ones. Actually.
Exactly. Yeah, some of them are huge.
So your wines have just become available at Score, and so you are pairing with some of their food. What do you suggest with this particular one?
Well, so it's odd to pair wine with a drink, but as you say, there's generally so much food. So you've got the grilled cheese, so you've got the cheesiness, you've got the onion rings. So like always, we talk about chips, and you talk about that salty and fattiness that works so well with bubble. Works really well with red wine too, right? So you've got the proteins of the cheese, softens the tannins. It's just delicious.
And you're prone to drink a little bit more because you're drinking a Caesar and your glass of wine.
Yeah, maybe, exactly. It's a meal in a glass there.
Okay, get to eat your drink. Anyway, always good to see you, and congratulations on having your wines here at Score on Davie Street, which is such a great street in Vancouver if you're in town. Usually one of the main centers of the Pride Parade every August too, of course, up the street. And thank you. We'll see you again on another episode of Spirits Up.
Thank you. Cheers.
Cheers.
This episode of Spirits Up was brought to you by Time Winery and Evolve Cellars.
You're gonna line up more, really.
I was doing something off on the background. I was like fixing my hair.
We're staying with that one. That one we're using.
That one will be good.
Well, that was a very busy show. We went to a lot of great places, and it's still sunny in Vancouver, Jim.
Yes, for you people watching in the rest of the country, it's always sunny in the winter in Vancouver.
I don't think they buy that.
No, they're not. I'm not buying it. Anyway, you want to follow us on social media, it's Our City Tonight on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also check out past episodes on our YouTube channel. I'm Jim Gordon.
And I'm Lita Leapins.
We'll see you on the next edition of Our City Tonight.
On those sunny days, and actually any day, to protect our eyes from UV rays,
Our City Tonight chooses Kingsley Eyewear. Well, it's a brand new year, and we want to welcome a brand new sponsor to Our City Tonight.
and we're welcoming Roots Canada. We're really excited to be partnering with them.
That's right, and we'll be checking out more about Roots coming up in a later episode.